Callie Hertz. I go to Flagler. I'm a student athlete, so I surf for Flagler College and compete. I started surfing when I was 12, so kind of late compared to a lot of people nowadays. I feel like I was a gymnast at the time, but I had to quit because of a lot of injuries, and I had to kind of devote my time and energy to something else. And my brothers got me into surfing, so I started surfing with them and loved it, and just wanted to commit all my time and energy to that. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. My favorite memories from home, definitely like early morning dawn patrols with my family. I was homeschooled, so we would go surf in the mornings. My dad before work would take us, and we'd surf, and then like all morning long, and then we come back and we just crank out some schoolwork and then probably go back again in the afternoon. We tried to go like every day, even in the middle of winter. It was like 20 degrees. I'm studying business right now with hopes of having my own business in the future. I'd like to start a little surf brand. My first sponsor ever was CB Surf Shop back home. I started going in there all the time when I was younger and right when I was starting to surf. And they kind of just took me in. They were the sweetest people. And then they helped me get the rest of my sponsors, especially Rip Curl. They were, in touch with the rep, and they started talking to him, and I got Rip Curl, which, obviously I was around 14 when I got Rip Curl. So happy. And then I got a couple others: Surface, Sunscreen, and then Marlaroo bags. Just I think the community of all my sponsors is better than even the sponsors themselves. I don't think I've spent more than a couple days out of the water before this injury. So this injury is kind of something that started with gymnastics. Dislocated it in the last couple years of gymnastics, I think around age 12, 13. And I didn't take care of it, and I kept going on it. In May of this year, I went out in a big nor'easter swell. Shouldn't have gone out. Parents weren't that happy that I went out in the first place. I was out for a while, and then this one set came through. I was stuck on the inside. I was tired, and I barely made it out to the lineup, and this wave broke in front of me, and I had to jump off my board, and it just sucked me all the way down. And when I was trying to swim back up to the surface, I had my arm over my head, and it was already damaged from previous dislocations, and it just came completely out. Went like through my armpit, and it was just not good. And I had to come in with it dislocated, and then a wave popped it back in place. It got to the point where it was slipping out with everything, and the only choice I had really was to get surgery, either now or later on. And if I were to get surgery now, it would be a much less invasive surgery, take less time to heal. If it had gotten worse and I got surgery in the future, it would have taken much longer for it to heal. So the better decision was to get surgery now. It definitely does a lot to your mental health, especially when it's like my one way to relax, decompress, get away from stress. Like, I didn't have anything else to do. And it's really cool being on the other side for a little while and watching surfing more than doing anything in the past. I'd focus so much on, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I didn't watch anybody else. And being on this side kind of shows you appreciate what happens behind the scenes. You learn a lot. I learned about judging, like what waves matter, what waves don't, like stuff I thought I knew, but realized that I needed to know a lot more about. And so I guess this is a way for me to learn much more about surfing. I feel like if I ever to go out there again, I would just be happy being on the water. Like, I just want to sit out in the lineup again and just enjoy nature, just being out in the lineup and like talking to people out there. I miss that. I miss just like goofing off out in the water and watching everyone else surf. I don't even care if I even catch a wave. I went back for a checkup in October, beginning of October, and they said I was looking good, and I can probably get back in the water when I get back home in December. So first couple weeks of December, I should be able to surf again. I'm so excited. For now, it seems like I've learned so much about what matters, and to appreciate what happens behind the scenes. What matters most in the surf community is just kind of who you are. doesn't matter how good you are. I think the people who get the furthest are the people who are the most supportive of everyone else.